Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. I'm just sitting here drinking my morning coffee. Looking sexy while I do it. And I've had a lot of people ask me, and I guess it's the big topic of, hey, what do you think about this Ozempic thing? And here's what I'm going to say on that for the most part. I don't think fitness influencers should all be putting out their opinions on it as much as they are. Ooh, people don't want to hear that. I think that generally speaking, people need to be careful about their wheelhouse. Okay? Because here's the thing. That is really a question for your medical doctor, isn't it? No, I mean, really, and I'm going to give some opinions, but I want to state that up front. And I know tons of people love to say, well, my doctor doesn't know anything. Well, go get you a doctor who does then. If you don't have confidence in your physician, then why do you have them as your doctor? Go get a different one. And for anyone who says, my doctor doesn't know anything, maybe, but what are the odds that you know more than your doctor about basic health stuff and drugs and stuff in the human body? I'm not talking about exercise. I hands down can destroy the average medical doctor on strength training and training programming information, all that. Absolutely. No doubt about that. But when it comes to determining if a prescription medication is the right fit for someone, and the risk analysis of it, I'm sorry, but none of us, not one of us, are qualified, unless you are yourself an MD with a similar level or higher level of experience to that doctor. We're probably not qualified to make that call or to second guess what they're doing. And a lot of times the doctor gives the stuff, and then if the side effects are problematic, they'll take you off of it or adjust your dose. Okay, so people need to be clear here on that, but let's talk a little bit about the rest of it. You know, I brought that up in the comments, and I said, given the obesity crisis, we need to be willing to deal with it through any means necessary. Okay, up to and including doing things that I wouldn't like or agree with. We may come to a point with the obesity crisis where we have to change food laws of what we're allowed to give people for food. And I don't mean from a fad diet perspective. I'm talking from what the science says. Okay? And I don't want it to come to that because I'm big on individual freedom. I don't like politics in general. I don't like government restricting what people can do unnecessarily. But we all need to keep that in mind. The obesity crisis is so bad and so out of control in America, in the West, that something has to be done. And it really and truly is that bad. Look at all the leading causes of death. Every one of them, obesity would be the largest comorbidity. Heart disease, cancer, diabetes. All right, those are what kill the majority of people. We're talking like 90% of deaths in the United States are caused by that. And other people say, what about this? They'll bring up medical malpractice. That's not even close to those, though. It's not even in the ballpark. So therein lay the problem of we have a crisis. It's not being resolved. And the thing that I would say, to all the fitness influencers, well, they're like, well, people just need to eat better and exercise. And you're right, I agree. How's that working out? So let me ask the question for all the people who are saying that, how much has telling people that reduced obesity, right? All of us influencers and all of us here who lift, we've been telling people this for years. So that's fixing the problem, right? I mean, I've dedicated my entire life here to putting out training and fitness information. How much content I put out on a daily basis. So that pretty much should have fixed the problem, right? That's it. The obesity crisis is over. All of us who are influencers have told people, hey, we need to eat more fruits and vegetables, eat less fat, cut out the liquid calories, cut out the refined sugar, start walking and lifting weights, right? We've all told everyone that, and everyone knows that's what they need to do, and obesity has just dropped. It's dropping down. It's almost gone. Well, problem solved. We don't need any other solutions, right? It's working. Oh, it's not. People are fatter. The obesity rate today is way higher than it was 5 years ago. And I'm not saying there weren't some other factors involved, and I'm not going to get into that. We know some stuff that went down that didn't help. Okay. So since that hasn't worked, we're going to have to start doing whatever is required. And medical doctors and pharmaceutical companies are going to step in and fill the gap because people aren't willing to do it. Okay? And if they're not willing to do it, they refuse to give up their chocolate-covered ho-hos and bonbons and double bacon cheeseburgers and 1,000-calorie coffees every day. Since they refuse to give that up, they refuse to get in the weight room, they refuse to do these things, what then are doctors left with? Well, we've got a prescription that may cause some harm and some serious side effects. But what's the alternative? So, I mean, when you look at the list of side effects, people say, oh, those side effects aren't worth it. Do you really think those side effects, on average, are even close to the side effects of carrying an extra 80 pounds of body fat? Or even an extra 50 pounds? Let's not even go there. Let's say 50 pounds of extra body fat on a human being. Does anyone actually think those side effects are more dangerous than that extra body fat? I don't think so. Other than the extreme cases, maybe 5%, 1% of people who get the severe ones, maybe them. The rest of them, probably not. It is that harmful to your health. So when you look at it from that context and we come at it from that perspective, you've got to look at it and say, what makes sense? What makes sense? Do you allow someone to continue to carry an extra unhealthy 50 pounds of body fat that is absolutely going to destroy their health, their quality of life, has worse side effects than most of the people who take this substance? Or is the doctor going to prescribe it, potentially, in a manner where he can monitor their health, monitor their side effects, and try to get people down to a reasonable weight? I would love it if everyone went the other route, but they're not doing it. And we've been saying it for years and years and years, all of us in the fitness world. But by and large, people are not doing it. They're not even trying. I'll just do a fad diet and go to a boot camp and then give up. So that's my opinion on it. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.